24 23
तुम्हारी अभी बोली तो नहीं सर।
हाँ खत्म नहीं होगा
शायद नहीं।
अभी तो वो है ना शायद डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ हेल हो गया ना which number was it
670 something I think
71
खुला है 71 से खुला हुआ है इसके आसपास ही
no, further description is so this 171 में पढ़ रहे थे बाकी तो ये ट्रांसलेशन नहीं नश्यति कस्यचि कम्मं एति हतं लभेत्वा सुयामि दुःखं मन्दो परलोके भक्तानि पश्यति दिव्यस्यकारि नहीं नश्यति कस्यचि कम्मं कोई भी कर्म जो है वो नाश नहीं होता है नॉट लॉस्ट एति हतं लभेत्वा सुयामि will definitely come back to the one who does it दुःखं मन्दो परलोके भक्तानि पश्यति दिव्यस्यकारि. So the fool who commits such evil deeds will feel the pain in the other world also. Now the description of pain. Ayo sankusima attathamam चिन्हदाराम शूलमुपैति अर्थ तथा योगुल्लसन्निभं भोजनमत्ति तथा पतिमुखो. So how will the pain feel in the other world? Other world gave description. So to the place where one is struck with iron rods, with iron stakes, with sharp edges, piercing. Then what he eats is like red hot ball of iron. There are so many descriptions. Nothing here is said that is not hard and painful. No pleasing words of consolation. Nothing offers escape from suffering in this state, where the world is like a furnace, even the bed is of red hot embers. Covering them with a net, they crush them there with iron hammers. They are immersed in dark, dense darkness, stretching out on all sides like earth. Then they enter an iron pot, burning and burning, bubbling up and down in the heat of the furnace, searing their bodies along for a long time. Then he who commits sin is surely boiled in a mixture of flesh and blood. Whatever he moves to becomes rotten coming in contact with that. He who commits sin will surely be boiled in water infested with worms. There it is not possible to get to the shore, for the jars are round and smooth. Again they enter the jungle of sword blades with mangled limbs. Having seized the tongue with a hook, the different watchmen of hell kill them by slashing and hanging. Then they enter Vatarani that is difficult to cross and has got streams that are cut like razors. There the fools fall in, the evildoers after having done evil. Their black flocks of ravens eat them who are weeping, and dogs, jackals, great vultures tear them apart. Miserable indeed is the life here in hell when to which man commits evil experiences. So a sensible man in this world for the rest of his life should do what ought to be done and not be indulged. Those loads of sesame seed which are carried in the Padma hell have been counted by the wise. And the same description which was given earlier, you remove them each one by one and so on. As long as hells are called painful in this world, so long people will have to live here for a long time. Therefore, those having pure, amiable, and good qualities should always guard this speech and mind. So that is the sutta.
So I don't know when we started. Does this start with Evama Sutam, or is there something in?
Yeah, it starts with that. This is actually description of a person who goes there. This who goes to the Lord and says the Sariputta. This is the consequence of that. No?
Oh,
Achha, last time you
yeah,
know,
everything there.
that this Bhikkhu Kukaliya goes to the Buddha, and he's a caste of being a very rich person, son. And he goes to him and tells him that these Sariputta and Moggallana are evil people and they have evil desires and they follow into the powers of evil desires. And Lord tells him, "Aisa mat kaho, don't say it, so it's not correct, they are nice people." He says again, 3 times he says. And then he goes and says, "Well, you are fine, but I'm going." So he walks out. And then within a short time, his body is infested with boils, small boils which keep on increasing and he dies. So then Brahma Sampati comes and tells Buddha that this is what has happened. And then Buddha speaks to the other bhikkhus that these are the consequences of telling a person who has not done anything wrong. If you blame him, these are the consequences.
So the description of hell seems very Christian description of hell.
Meaning,
No, Hindu description.
here तो है ही
Hell theory है.
infection उन्होंने भी वही एक्सपीरियंस किया होगा
I remember as a child having read such things in
गरुड़ पुराण के अंदर
हाँ.
वो बहुत डिटेल में इनफैक्ट मैंने गुरु नानक
it's quite dangerous.
गुरु नानक की सेइंग्स देखी थी उसमें भी इस तरह की सारी डिस्क्रिप्शंस आती है लोगों को वार्न करते
So
हैं
basically warning them कि ये होने वाला है. Again, some people say it is figurative, some say it is literal. Of course, you can't say.
Unless it's great.
You don't have any.
एक्सपीरियंस करके भी आए होंगे तो याद नहीं आता.
Never, it's not worth remembering. But of course, many people in illness also suffer virtually in the same manner. I remember my grandfather's younger brother, he got liver cancer. So at the long back, and at that time treatments were not good and already advanced, and he had such a pain. Virtually he used to not just shout, he would even bite his own body out of pain. So seeing people suffer very heavily because of illnesses.
That Kokli is the same person who बाद में देवव्रत के साथ में
मालूम है उसमें कमेंट्री में ये नहीं लिखा हुआ है
वो ओखली थी उनके जैसे वो खास था.
Hopefully, yes. Maybe.
वो संग छोड़ के चले गए थे.
But maybe he's also the same one of them. Maybe. But उसमें commentary में लिखा नहीं था. Commentary में इतना ही लिखा था कि he is the son of a very rich person and he had taken ordination from that background and still had that feeling that he is the best. And therefore, once they had gone for alms round and all the people were offering to Sariputta and Moggallana with great reverence, and to him they didn't offer. So he felt bad. And so you can be a bhikkhu and still commit same unwholesome action. So it is a warning, as rightly said. मैंने इसको डालते हुए सोचा था कि इसको स्किप कर देंगे, रहने देते हैं. All of us need warnings.
Slide number 25.
ये हो गया how to balance your meditation. Yes, we have done it. Faith and understanding must be balanced. Faith and understanding का एक simile दी थी किसी जगह पर पढ़ी थी. Like the simile used by Einstein, that faith is like the legs of a person and wisdom is like the eyes. So you need both to reach the destination. If you have eyes, not legs, you can't walk. So if you have vision but not the ability to shraddha, you will not walk. And if you have legs and not eyes, then you don't know where will you end up.
Yeah.
Where will you go? You can keep on walking and not go the right path. So that's a very nice way of putting it together.
Thakur has written something. There was a terrorist attack in some school in Pakistan. The terrorists were looking for anyone who is moving and shot them so that they died. But some, in spite of shots or other wounds, they pretended that they are dead to escape from the death in the hands of terrorists. What explains their ability to become still at body level?
The fears that
Yes.
and the karma was not right for them to die. That's it.
You tell me, I have.
Have you ever heard that a plane crashes and a person survives? That also happens. Morarji Desai survived. Morarji Desai at the age of 80 or something. The plane crashed, pilot died, everybody died. He just walked out. Of course, people say the pilot made sure that he doesn't die by making the plane crash vertically. So people, we hear so many such stories. Plane crashed and somebody missed the flight, or somebody changed the flight with somebody else. And so these are all conjectures. But the issue of karma being powerful is repeatedly pointed out by Buddha.
I don't think Deepak, the issue is of physical body being still. So I'm not following the question. Really.
Yeah, because they know it was that school children, the massacre of most violent kind. So some of the teachers and the students, they were hurt, and they used to not only shoot, they used to shoot it sufficiently so that the person is dead. So they fell down and didn't move at all. So मैं सोचा कि मर गए हैं, तो चलो आगे और गोली क्या खराब कर ली, that kind of a stuff. So they pretended to be dead. Even in that Mumbai attack, those Pardaiya, that policeman who caught hold of this Kasab था ना उसका नाम, जिसको जिंदा पकड़ लिया था. They shot the other person, and this policeman just pretended that he is dead. So इसको छोड़ दिया और पुलिस ने उसको पकड़ लिया. जैसे वो गए आगे बढ़ गए, उसको पकड़ के उसने ग्रैब किया.
जब कसाब को गोली मारी तो गोली से उसकी बंदूक
उसके लग भी गई थी, चोट भी लगी थी उसकी, बट स्टिल ही डिडंट लेट हिम गो.
कसाब के हाथ से भी बंदूक गिर गई थी, पकड़ना शायद आसान हो गया.
It's at such moments, whether one is doing it mindfully, I don't know, maybe, who never knows. But when people do climbing rocks and then they are about to fall, then definitely mindfulness is needed. They are totally trained in it. Quite a challenge.
So back to presentation on slide number 25. The title is Chitta Pasadhi, Kaya Pasadhi. So essentially trifling of mind and trifling of body. And we said that by trifling of Chitta, only Chitta is tranquil. But when the practice of tranquility of body is done, both body and mind become tranquil. Because the body influences the mind also. Now, slide number 26, mental factors which can support us in our meditation in day-to-day life. Again, some of them are ethically neutral and some are wholesome. And we can go over them one by one. So, first one is attention, which is Mansikara, and essentially attention can be both wholesome and unwholesome. And it is said that when attention is wholesome, this acts as a connection between sati. It acts as a link between sati, mindfulness, and wisdom. And it guides stream of thought in such a way that wisdom is able to get down to work and achieve the results. And again, it's part of the one of the four factors of stream entry, which is appropriate attention. And similarly, when the attention is not wise, it is ayoniso mansikara.
Your attention is a very powerful thing for sati, for wisdom. Proximate cause for wisdom also, being proper attention. Yoniso Mansikara. We have so many discourses of that kind.
So जो बुलेट पॉइंट नंबर 3 है इसमें when there is sloth and tom, अगर थिन विद्या है तो उसके प्रति योनिसो मनसिकारा क्या होगा? What's the if you can explain the actual application of योनिसो मनसिकारा जो थिन विद्या है?
Usually it is said due to boredom and observing boredom as a kind of aversion, observing it clearly, is said to reduce the. But thin vidya is one such strong factor that one has to sometimes apply force of it. Just mere observation of that may not be sufficient. We have that famous discourse given by Buddha to Moggallana. Do these things. They are all actual activities to be done so that he can overcome sloth and torture. But the Yoniso Manasikara aspect is when there is some boredom or some you're not liking, then it usually leads to that kind of apathy, neglect. You're not interested. You don't want to be mindful. It's boring. Then that leads to that kind of a situation. To that extent, I think Yoniso Manasikara would help.
Okay, so this does not refer to the sleepiness and nodding जो कुछ सूत्र में है जिसका आप जिक्र कर रहे हैं.
Thin vidya means that in its most commonly encountered form, it means that sloth and torpor, mental and physical both, laziness of that kind, basically laziness of mind, laziness of body. So, since the boredom is seen to be an important approximate cause for that, then by proper investigation, boredom can be, to that extent,
It can also be from the tiredness.
वो मैं कह रहा हूँ फिजिकल भी हो सकती है. उसमें योनिसो मनसिकारा का
उसमें तो कहा है कुछ नहीं हो सो जाओ. That's the fourth thing which Buddha tells him. Try this, if nothing happens, sleep.
सर ये छंद जो था हमने actually forgot what was the right definition of chand?
It was choice. The wholesome desire, chand. Basic meaning is choice, choosing appropriately. Wish, aspiration, you can say. English word would be nearest would be aspiration. कल मैं क्या सुन रहा था कल परसों तो उसमें बात आ रही थी that छंद should be of a seeker. The छंद should be of the kind which a person whose head is on fire or clothes are on fire. What will be his kind of aspiration? Quality of chanda to remove that fire. So that thought, as if the head is on fire, one should walk the path. What I was studying, something else.
Because I was recently one of the discussions with Jaisar, and he mentioned that he was talking of wholesome desire and unwholesome desire. And he said, unwholesome desire को पाली में हम तन्हा कहते हैं, wholesome desire को हम चंद कहते हैं. So I thought that was the right translation.
Yeah, I mean English में वो होता है near translation is of that kind. Chanda basically is choice. What are you choosing? Different meaning is that. एंड इंग्लिश में तो कई सारे उसके इक्विवेलेंट दिए हुए हैं. आई कैन जस्ट चेक आउट फ्रॉम द डिक्शनरी एंड आई कैन वेरीफाई. बट बिकॉज इट इज वन ऑफ द इदिपाद्स ना, छंदा इज द वेरी फर्स्ट इदिपाद. छंदा मीमांसा वो जो इदिपाद है ना, तो उसमें छंदा वो ये कि आपने चूज कर लिया ये पाथ फॉलो करना है, एंड देन यू हैव चोजन इट विद सच conviction that then you follow it. You not then waver here and there. So that is one of the paths, the strengths, the factors of giving the power to sadhana. So these translations are quite tough, because the words have a specific meaning. See the extent of meanings which are given. Impulse, excitement, intention, resolution, desire for wish. You have to choose. No? These are the various ways in which it is employed. Ardent desire. Tibba Chanda का translation किया, ardent desire.
Probably we need a dictionary, a spiritual dictionary. वो exact meaning फिर उसी context में.
This is Pali.
बनाई है.
This is Pali English dictionary of Rice Davids. I mean, the only authoritative
बहुत सारे words हैं जिनका वो
translation.
धर्मा का कोई भी equivalent नहीं.
Because it is used in various contexts. उसका एक word बन ही नहीं सकता. It is used in so many contexts. तो करेंगे क्या? उसमें किसी भाषा में नहीं बन पाएगा. जैसे इसे पूरे एक्सप्लेनेशन को दिए ना, कहाँ ये वर्ड यूज होता है. टिपिकली छंद राग भी यूज होता है. So it is used in the
छंद राग.
In this bad sense, it is nearly the same as Kamachanda. Kamachanda, see, Kamachanda also we use the word in the defilements. Very first defilement is Kamachanda, Rapada, and so on. So you can see the way the language works. Bhavachanda, pleasure in existence.
So there is also a question from Sudhakar. He's saying that Sati is listed in many categories such as Balas, Indriyas, Bhojana. What is the difference between Sati as Bala as versus Indriya?
Indriya basically means faculty which dominates us. So Sati seem to dominate also, determine how we are going to live in our day-to-day life. The Sati is strong. Indriya means, जैसे इंद्र की बात कहते हैं, उस तरह से यूज किया जाता है word. One who is the ruler of the devas. So Indriya means the one who is ruling all our senses. So let's say that way. We are under the rule of our senses. So if Sati is there, it is Indriya means it becomes a dominant factor which determines our behavior. And it's also a strength. And it also is one of the factors of enlightenment. And because of that very reason, it's a wholesome thing. So there are different ways of putting that. In different contexts, the Buddha has used them in different ways. Sati remains Sati. That's it. That's why in Abhidhamma, all these classifications are done with Davega. Just talk of it as a mental factor. So that one doesn't think कि वो वाली Sati अलग होगी, ये वाली अलग होगी, ये वाली अलग होगी.
Bala में
Bala means Bal होता है strength.
strength.
Bala. Indriya means one which dominates us. Bala means which gives us strength.
Okay.
So when you are in a deep, challenging situation, mindfulness gives you strength. Nothing like that. And in our day-to-day life, it dominates our whole character.
I was wondering, and maybe this is something that we go and ask on Sunday to Swami ji. हमारा mindfulness में इतना ज़्यादा focus है यहाँ पे. Vedanta said to say how does the mindfulness and उसकी importance कितनी है और कहाँ मेंशन है?
वो मेंशन डायरेक्टली नहीं, तभी मैंने जैसे बताया था ना आपको रूपर्ट स्पायरा का जो टॉक थी, really mentions that how to really integrate this insight into our day-to-day life is not clearly mentioned in Vedantic literature. Then he talks of Kashmir Shaivism, where he has learned about that issue of scanning.
So that is like the formal practice कहीं नहीं मिली mention step by step. But in general, for example, discourses में इसकी importance कहीं describe की हो, जैसे कि
भगवान बुद्ध ने
सूत्रास हैं तो बहुत बहुत अच्छे से describe की हुई है. उसमें भी उन्होंने meditation technique नहीं बताई है, but उसकी importance तो describe की हुई है. Maybe Swami ji give
But sir, could it be that there was a step by step which got lost? Just like for example, I am told that JNU में भी सारा बहुत था, it all got lost as an example.
जैनियों का पता नहीं है.
No, forget the Jainis. I am saying in the Vedanta,
जितना मैंने पढ़ा उसमें तो कहीं नहीं.
this step by step thing.
This issue is not there because if you see the Vedantas, Advaitas, kind of, I would say, the person who reinstated it was Adi Shankaracharya. So his discourses and verses very powerful. They seem to suggest a deep intellectual understanding which directly transformed the way of doing. Any method of step, I mean, it says practice this. Now, the meditation which is this, if you see, read the Bhajagovindam, meditation which he suggests is remembering the name of God.
Which is the trouble with all the other
Which is the mantra basically. Basically, concentrating mind on mantra. This is the meditation which Bhagavad Gita also mentions.
Sir, could it be just mantra or could it be
Any sound.
mantra along with a lot of surrender? Because surrender,
surrender is an integral part.
definitely take the whole attabhav out.
Surrender is definitely a part of the traditional Sanatan parampara. That has been part of it. In the stories which I have read at that time of kind of debate it was a kind of debate between followers of Adi Shankaracharya and Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya propagated bhakti. He said surrender to God is the only way, and these people are intellectualizing too much. He used to say the same thing issue of Shraddha versus Pranya. That he said you are just like blind people reciting everything all the time. You don't have understanding. So that kind of there are recorded conflicts between the followers of Adi Shankaracharya and Ramanuja. They are contemporaries for some time. So whether the two masters themselves believed it or not is not known really, but apparently that kind of practice of mindfulness is not really mentioned much. As the way Satipatthana Sutta is there, that kind of description is not found in the Vedantic literature.
In fact, how I experience is that ये सारे जो दिग्गज थे, they all experienced जिसको हमने mutation कही थी एक बार, and then for them all of everything else became irrelevant. That's how I experienced, whether it is Muji now and this gang or it is the earlier lot. And maybe that's where...
See, when you listen to Eckhart Tolle, because he speaks very openly about his experience, and there was just a switch, and then it took him just 3 years to understand कि मुझे हो क्या गया है. Then he read the scriptures of various traditions, and किसी ने बताया होगा कि Indian tradition में ऐसा है. Then he read Vedveda, then he read Buddha, then it took him 3-4 years to realize, oh, this is what has happened. So naturally, these kind of
in some sense,
transformations are there.
Yeah. Is this what Pacheck the
बुद्धा concept is
Pachekness is.
Pachek Buddha concept कुछ ऐसा ही लगता है. Buddha बताया जाता है ना. One is Samma Sambuddha or there is Pachek Buddha. And Arhant is also supposed to be a Buddha. He is after listening to a teacher. Pachek Buddha is again self-enlightened, but not Samma, in the sense that in this tradition it is said that Paramis are not so strong that he can teach how he got transformed. He can share with others, but he can't teach them systematically how to follow the path and what path he has followed. So Hartode has developed the path by reading other things and found out that this matches with it, and that's how he has come to that understanding.
And he's able to transmit it also.
So can we then say that in the case of historical Buddha, because he did very deep meditation and that resulted into enlightenment, that's why in his teachings these things come again and again. Because that was possibly
because he followed that investigative attitude right through. That is the key thing. That investigative attitude, according to the tradition, was a result of his millions of years of search and practice and strengthening his abilities in that manner. So, जैसे हम उसमें, if you believe all those things, stories, निदान कथा वगैरह में description आता है, so many eons. Development of Paramis are needed for becoming Samma Sambuddha. For Pachek Sambuddha, they are lesser. Pachek Buddha, for Arhant, they are even lesser. But for becoming a chief disciple, they are more. These kind of things are found. We don't know. It could be just extrapolation. It could be speculation. It could be true. You never know.
So actually Buddha did not experience the mutation as we described mutation a few sessions back. He did not.
Systematically.
He actually went through that.
Systematically practiced.
And maybe that's the issue. That those of us who mutate, उसमें फिर वो शायद
we can possibly distinguish that in some cases mutation happened somehow. Possibly in the case, say, there were enlightened beings like Nanak. At some stage, they became enlightened automatically. But possibly in case of Buddha, he systematically went through step by step. Yes. And that's why he's able to teach, and
he went through all these other extent trainings. And then in utter surrender, he said, "Yeah, kuch nahi ho raha. Let me sit down and see." He remembered his childhood experience of sitting under a tree and said, "Okay, let me be peaceful first, and then we'll find out what goes." So that story of Pandit Sumed and all that seems plausible in that sense, in the sense that he must have developed all those abilities which carried on in his stream of Chitta, carried on and on and on. And because we do find different people have different abilities, isn't it?
And you can also see
different proclivities, different tendencies, different attitudes. Even among the spiritually enlightened, whom we call as spiritually enlightened beings, you can see that differences in their likings, dislikings, habit patterns, presentation.
In fact, if we try to see the history of Sai Baba, those Shirdi wale day, rather than saying how much enlightened he was, still उनकी अगर हिस्ट्री पढ़े तो बहुत बार वो लोगों पे एंग्री हो जाते हैं, वो गाली दे देते हैं, but then you get confused कि how it happens. But
if we try to judge that, तो मुश्किल हो जाएगी. And if you have an idea, for example, of Samma Sambuddha and you judge everybody, तब तो बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है. Because you can't find that kind of perfection in tranquility, perfection in insight. All this is not seen everywhere.
And that actually becomes a trap.
Why should we get into that?
But one thing I think,
so people maybe Sotapannas, maybe this, maybe that. How do we know it? Or if you read what Sotapannas behave, you'll see that maybe you are also Tapannas. You can't figure it out. You read about Vishakha's life. Apparently, she became Sadapanna at a young age, child, and then she grew, and of course, she had that strong parmi of service and dana and all that, but she had strong attachment to her children, and all that is also there. So, we can't figure it out who is perfectly enlightened, who is partially enlightened. ये चक्कर में हमारे बस का नहीं है. Of course, we derive inferences, and that's okay. That also has its own way of guiding us which way we go.
So Rajesh, as I see it, Swami Sanatan Shri too is a mutant in that sense, as I understand.
हाँ बिल्कुल.
So it may be a good question to field, but we should field it with the understanding that.
I'm looking forward.
Yeah, because see,
My
उनसे आप ये पूछना कि आपने संस्कृत कहाँ से पढ़ी? Then you see what will get reply. ये सब आपने कहाँ से पढ़ा कि ये वैदिक संस्कृत की होती है? क्योंकि आज दयानंद जी ने तो इतना कुछ पढ़ा है. Then he'll give his own reply. I don't know what reply he'll give now. He's 20 years or 30 years have passed.
काफी कुछ सिमिलर है.
हाँ.
वो एक पतंजलि की बुक लिखी है उसके ऊपर दोनों का कंपैरिजन किया है.
Patanjali came some 200 years after Buddha. So he was naturally must have been some of those strong influence now.
lately, what I have in my personal journey, I have started to feel this attitude of a lot of introspection, a lot of inquiry has given a lot of eyes, but we lost legs. Einstein wala. And suddenly I've started to realize the importance of Shraddha, faith, lot more. With, in my journey also, पहले तो बचपन में सबने श्रद्धा ही सीखी पेरेंट्स से. And then this whole thing came. Then came the structured meditation. Then structured meditation investigation was lost. Then this several years last has brought the investigative tendencies to its epitome. पूरा दिन माइंड इन्वेस्टिगेट करता है. There's a lot of dhamma vichar. But I started to feel the maybe it's the way my mind is made up, or पुराने संस्कार हैं कुछ शायद. I started to feel the urge that this Shraddha is missing in this. Unless these two come together, I'm feeling I'm able to understand a lot of things, but I'm not able to move. वो जो analogy दी आइंस्टाइन ने वो somehow feel होती है. So maybe Swami उनसे मिलके I'm looking forward to meet it.
That's why these chantings are very helpful, very helpful. Remembering Buddha, remembering his qualities, iti so life. You just do it with deep understanding, then it gives you a lot of joy. It gives you a lot of joy and inspiration that this is the way we should follow. बहुत strong inspiration.
In fact, actually वो बचपन में हमने देखा ना, हमने देखा कि श्रद्धा तो बहुत पर चारों तरफ भटक गए, एंड देन अपने आप को ही क्वेश्चन करने लगे.
श्रद्धा जो अंधश्रद्धा हो गई ना,
अपने आप को ही क्वेश्चन करने लगे, और साइंस ने और क्वेश्चन करवाया. बिकॉज द आईज वर नॉट ओपन, दैट आर्गुमेंट वन दैट दिस इज अंधश्रद्धा. सो ड्रॉप दिस एंड स्मूथ देयर.
Balancing is very much needed.
I think even Ratnavan may really help in that state, Rajesh.
Yeah.
Everybody, the mahal is that.
बहुत ज्यादा. और वहाँ हम कितने 2-4 घंटे तो रहे उसमें. दूसरी कौन सी थी वो? उसका नाम क्या था पता नहीं, बात का नाम नहीं पता. अजान गना के यहाँ जो रहे. It's so nice, to see so many people the way they are serving and talking to them and talking to that person. हम पहली बार उससे मिल रहे हैं and he's helping us like anything. Just imagine. He took his car, dropped us there, and said, "Okay, मैं ले भी आऊँगा तुमको. You tell me whatever you want." I mean, it was amazing, just simply amazing. And he booked for us the travel and everything.
In English?
only one person. Our main motivation was vegetarianism.
अच्छा वहाँ पे
That monastery follows vegetarian food. Probably the only of its kind. So things work on their own. I've seen it so many times. Then इस बार भी जाते हुए, there's so many impediments. Whether I would reach also is very doubtful. रास्ता नहीं मालूम, कहाँ जाना नहीं मालूम, या डिपेंडिंग ऑन अ थर्ड पर्सन कि वो हमको फोन पे बात करके टैक्सी बुलाएगा. Things work out. You have to go, it just works it out. Could have failed and I would have been stranded at the railway station. That just works. Just, so you have faith that things will go on. That's it. Don't bother. Let it fall in place. That's how you are able to move. Otherwise, तो move ही नहीं करता. मतलब हेल्थ का भी इशू रहता है ना. लाइफ को बहुत परेशानी रहती है. कहीं कुछ हो गया तो क्या करेगा? हो गया तो क्या? Good.
There are two comments from Sudhakar. One is that when we go to Vipassana course, we experience certain way and assume others also can do the same, but that is not the reality.
Yeah, certainly. Certainly, that's very true. Everybody cannot be fitted in the same straight jacket. That's why the attrition rate is very high. It's not enough for this. Everywhere it is going to be. जो श्रद्धा वाले पात में आते हैं वहाँ पे attrition rate बहुत होता है. सब जगह attrition rate बहुत होता है. Bound to happen. As long as you have that mass interaction. If you have one-to-one interaction, then things become different.
So then the balance comes. Actually, in one-to-one interaction, the teacher can bring that balance. In mass interaction, it is very difficult, almost impossible to bring that balance. And I've especially seen going on both the sides that it is you tend to flow on one side, and then there is bringing balance is
in the our Vaishnava tradition, the teachers are not in a position to do that. The teachers themselves are still not fully mature. So therefore there is a big problem.
I'm not sure whether they see the importance of balance there.
और वो डिपेंड करता है, varies from person to person. The rigidity is very difficult too. So that's a big problem.
But that's okay. I think that has given that part of my life has taught me that there is other side also. Otherwise, I would not have realized that. एक बार वहाँ उस एक्सट्रीम में नहीं जाते तो वो नहीं देख पाते. उसकी इम्पोर्टेंस तो नहीं देख पाते.
Even today, I advise everybody to do that. To start from there. There's no way otherwise.
And actually, there is no structured institution also for that.
There are, but not here. In our country, they are not here.
Opportunity.
जो IMS वगैरह हैं, they are getting close to that, that's all.
Yeah. But they have a kind of ecumenical structure. They have Tibetan meditation also. They have this Vipassana tradition. They have Mahasi's higher tradition. In fact, Mahasi's people are much more in number than in this tradition. So they invite everybody.
But even in Amravati, in the retreats and the retreats are there, they have their own monks and they have Christian tradition guys also taking a joint retreat. Now, at least from my limited understanding, इन दोनों को reconcile करना बहुत मुश्किल है. The Christianity is all about beliefs and being a sinner, and Buddhism is all about having the confidence in your ability to enlighten. I don't know how to reconcile these.
So there are, we were जब हमारे टाइम पर थे, हम बुलाते थे एक क्रिश्चियन फादर को, पॉल ग्रेगरियस को IIT में, वहाँ टाइम तो नहीं शायद पहले की बात, वहीं पास्टर हुए थे 80s में, when we started, we had interaction with him, Dr. Paul Gregarious. He was a क्या कहते हैं, bishop or some, I mean he was quite high up in the Syrian, there is a Syrian Christian group also, and he was a great scholar. So we used to invite him to give talks to our science and humanities. Very, very, very saintly person. बहुत अच्छा लगता था हमको उनसे interact करना. So the people who are penetrated into a sense, they can come to the same situation. अभी आप मौलाना वहीदुद्दीन से कभी मिलके देखो. He's such a saintly person, you know. He will filter out everything. सारी चीजें जो हैं superficial हटा के, it present you the essence of it. इसलिए उस बेचारे को सुनता ही नहीं.
Speaking Trivia भी काफी
he is speaking Trivia लिखता रहता है, but in the whole community,
उनकी अपनी कम्युनिटी में
in the limited people who are know him and personally influenced, they, I remember मैंने उनको Facebook पे लिखा था एक दो बार कि इतना जब वो IAS वाले हंगामा कर रहे थे कि आप उनके बारे में कुछ तो उनको एडवाइस करो, अपने लोगों को जो फॉलो कर रहे हैं. And they replied to me that I have already done it and written it, and sent me the link to the article. So there are people who can penetrate into the and see the kind of the essence and remove the external coverings of the teachings. इस तरह JNU में एक प्रोफेसर थे, प्रोफेसर कुरैशी, उनको हमने एक बार बुलाया. He also used to give talks on comparison between Quran and Bhagavad Gita. He was a great scholar in both of them. It's very. So there are few people who can penetrate into it.
From my understanding,
Generally बहुत
मुश्किल है क्योंकि these are two different, completely class of.
वो बातें बन गए हैं. If you read the original accounts of the saints,
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
it's totally. That's what people say, na, was Jesus a Buddhist monk? वो तो बात आती है ना. There's a full-fledged BBC film on that. Because there is 14-year period of his life which is not known. कहाँ गए वो? So there was a जब वो साइंस मैनेजमेंट कोर्स बना रहे थे ना, then we studied all that decline of Christianity, क्या हुआ, क्यों हुआ, all that. So there these issues came out. No, there were the saints who wrote they were called heretics. They said you are not following the institution of church. You are. वो कहते हैं ये intermediary कहाँ से आ गया? ईश्वर और decide खुदा और आदमी के बीच में ये intermediary church कहाँ से बन गया? It should be directly accessible. So that church was, you know, about last क्या कह रहे हैं ये लोग ये हमारे को वजूद ही खत्म हो जाएगा. And so they were ostracized. So their book is available, Gnostic Gospels, which points out, and if you read it, it's like you know, a sense of surrender to the reality and living in tune with that, not just a sense, living in tune with that. So if you read about the monasteries in the Christian tradition, they are also equally beautiful. Benedictine monasteries के बारे में हमने काफी पढ़ा था. The people live there absolutely pious way. Of course, they don't go alms begging, but they live like hermits, totally self-sufficient. In fact, almost historical development of technology, पढ़ा रहे थे. So then we saw that these Benedictine monasteries were where they set up near these streams. और streams में water wheel लगा देंगे, उससे फिर वो एक रेसिप्रोकेटिंग डिवाइस लगा देंगे, तो गेहूं को पीस रहे हैं, उससे कर रहे हैं, फिर वहीं पे गेहूं पैदा हो रहा है, वहीं सब्जी पैदा हो रही है, बस उसी को जी रहे हैं. And then practicing their own contemplation. So they, in the Christian tradition, the monastic rule, especially Benedictine monasteries, they have had a very powerful deep spiritual content, which is in similarity with the Oriental traditions to a very great extent. But वो institutionalized जब हो गया ना, तो फिर वो then the church has to justify its existence, just as our Pandits have to justify their existence. वही बात होगी. You meet on Sunday Swami Sanatan Shri and you see other Asaram Bapu. पता चल जाएगा कितना फर्क है. It's total tremendous difference.
There are some questions from Sudhakar. So we were talking about the switch mutation की जो बात कर रहे थे. The question is that this is a question from Sudhakar. According to Tipitaka, Buddha practiced sati in just one night to reach Nibbana. Is that right?
I don't know whether to put it like that. Maybe. I mean, if you interpret it, one can interpret it like that. But what were his practices before that? They're not clearly known. Of course, the deep concentration practices, that is sure, various kinds. But the very fact that as a child he could sit and observe the breath, it cannot escape one's attention, isn't it? So it must have been carried over from past lives. How many children will sit below a tree and see के वो हो गया परेशान हो रहे करने दो जो करना है मैं बैठा हूँ आराम से. How many children will do that?
So is there any reference in Tipitaka about Buddha following Satipatthana?
Buddha following?
Buddha actually did Buddha practice Sati Sampajanya as described in Satipatthana Sutta for just one night to reach the Nibbana?
Apparently ऐसा लगता है उसके description से, but as I said, the details of his practice are available in one sutta, Arya Varyaveshana Sutta, where he's mentioned his whole line of thought and how he looked at the whole world and how it changed. But in terms of the struggles with Mara and other things, they are mentioned there to some extent. So they all are manifestation of mindfulness of what is happening within and without. Whether it was done within, I mean, it seems as if it was done overnight. ऐसा लगता है, but we don't have more description than that is not available.
इतनी क्लैरिटी होगी कि मेडिटेशन बैठने से पहले उन्होंने उपकरण लिया था कि जब तक मैं लाइटर नहीं हुआ
That is true. And he had taken food and then he took bath in the river and then he went out to the other side and sat under the tree and made a strong determination.
But Deepak, by then, the khichdi had really been cooked well. That was like the last stage of putting the ghee on top. So I mean,
वो मैं समझ गया कि फाइनल प्रेशर कुकर की सीटी नहीं
that's
बनेगी.
it. So I mean, it's almost simplistic for us to think वो एक रात में ही.
No, it was, if you believe the Niran Katha, it was eons of practice.
वही तो.
Eons of practice.
Actually, the next question from Sudhakar is that only. For how long it took Buddha to reach Nibbana?
So if you read, if you believe that, that's why I said it's belief. You can't say. Buddha himself has mentioned implicitly that he saw his infinite lives. जो उनके अभिन्याय आते हैं, he firstly saw his own various existences and his unending stream of existences in which I was born, reborn, dying, born, dying. Similarly for other people, and that's how he formulated this whole issue of getting out of the cycle of birth and death. कब तक मरते रहेंगे, कब तक जीते रहेंगे. And that praticca samutpada rose out of that. क्यों हो रहा है? Why are people dying? Why are people arising? and then Praticca Samutpada is the explanation of all that, and then the insights arose of the path.
This was after enlightenment. This
Yeah,
part
this whole thing is seen as a part of enlightenment experience.
enlightenment experience.
So Praticca Samutpada is seen as the key thing, the investigation, because वो description तो ये है ना कि these firstly his own innumerable lives, then people dying, getting reborn, dying, getting reborn, then he reflected on it and got this idea. Why is it happening? क्यों हो रहा है? Then that Praticca Samutpada, then that subsequent.
Also, Darshan, as I understand, some of these insights may have arisen in those 6 or 7 weeks post that night.
That is, yeah. Especially about Abhidhamma, it is said it arose in that period. So we don't really have a greater detail नहीं है उसकी वजह से, because कौन बताएगा detail? He has to tell. So to the extent he has shared, that is available in that earlier Pariyavesana Sutta. Some other suttas, implicitly you have to derive a conclusion. So maybe, तो उसमें ये खतरा है कि अगर हम सोचेंगे उनको एक रात में हो गए, हमारे को जिंदगी बीत गई तो मुश्किल हो जाएगी.
आराम से बजे तो उसी बात करते हैं. मैं तो चुप था कि शायद इसने कुछ नहीं बोला उस बात.
नहीं मैं
Especially it becomes more true and false, right? Kind of situation.
so उसको क्वेश्चन पूछने करना चाहिए.
और उनसे भी पूछ रहा नवंबर में तो मीन सिग्नल आ गई.
नहीं, वो तो जब हम गए थे तभी मैंने कहा था कि जिंदगी बीत गई, 30 साल हो गए हमें, और हमें फिर बताया गया कि 1-2 जन्म तो लगेंगे. तो ये स्माइल, laughed out and said, don't believe all these things. It's obvious you should not believe, नहीं तो complacency आ जाएगी. It's a matter of simple things. It's not, you never know, na. Believe me, you never know. Why do you know? Who knows, you might be about to trip. Isn't it? How do you know that? So it's not keeping that belief may make you complacent, and then you may say, ठीक हो यार, जाने दो, बहुत हो गया. Because I have listened to one discourse of Ajahn Amaro in which he says, Ajahn Chah used to say that if after 5 years of your stay in monastery you not and become stream enterer, then you are wasting your time. क्या कर रहे हैं? There's a discourse where he says that, and there's another discourse where he tells somebody pesters him, what is stream entry, what is stream entry? It is fish sauce. क्या मजाक है? Fish sauce.
Fish sauce.
जो उन्होंने थाई में कहा उसका मतलब था fish sauce. ये क्या हुआ थाई में fish sauce? He says that monk for years and कुछ नहीं समझ आया क्या है, what is going on? And then the George Sharp जो Buddhist Society का इंग्लैंड का प्रेसिडेंट था वो आया, उसने पूछा, उसको भी जवाब दिया. Then he was staying in a hotel, and वहाँ पे उसने देखा fish sauce की बॉटल का जो लेबल था वो सोतापन्ना था लिखा हुआ. It's a brand name. He said it is just a name. That's what he meant. That Sotapanna is just a name. Sotapanna was the brand name of that fish sauce.
So as I understand,
And amazing.
depending on जिनको एड्रेस कर रहे थे उनमें क्या उछल रही थी,
Yeah,
वो
उसी appropriate जवाब दे दिया.
that's what I understand.
मुझे लगता है कि that is what the most of the things, most of the biggest problem is.
भाकर वो क्या उछल रही है?
What he said, if that person, I think some rich person had come and asked him that, if that person had reflected a little bit कि वो fish sauce का label है, उसे हो सकता है मालूम ही ना हो सोतापन्ना नाम का label है, और he may not have given any, but George Sharp जो था वो sharply he could find out very quickly कि ऐसा ये है सकता है. He means that it is just a label है, उसके पीछे क्यों पड़ रहा है? That's what he meant. So it became clear, it is just a label. There is a whole description of stream entry in the Tipitaka. There is one full section of Samyutta Nikaya which is on stream entry. So it's obviously not a trivial thing. So there is all the factors of stream entry. Everything is explained there. वो जो बुक है उनकी उसमें सारे लिखे हुए हैं, जिसने डिस्क्राइब किए हुए. अजान प्रसन्न होना जाना वरुण लिखा ना, तो आइलैंड जो है, they have compiled all that. Very quite a good thing to read that. So we also need not wait for a few lines. एक वो कोटेशन मैंने उसमें डाली थी आपके पे डाली थी और you should practice with the understanding that you are already there. But you should practice to reach there. ऐसा कुछ था. You should practice to reach there with the understanding that you are already there. Something of that kind. It was pretty nicely written.
Lama
Satya उसके 8-10 quotation थी ना तो मैंने डाले थे. So I found it very beautiful. Because we longed to put it in a far away space for us, and then kept it. Our own thinking kept it away. चलिए, let us finish.
मुझे टाइम तो
हो गया टाइम.
8:30.
चाय मैं बना देता हूँ.
सर
नहीं वो कुछ करना ही नहीं है, उसको ऑन करना.
So Silesh और Surakar हैं. You want to invite them to Thailand? आपकी बात.
Why don't you inform about this and
सेमाई मंक को बोलते हैं.
program जो है.
फॉर्मली इनवाइट करेंगे.
अच्छा.
You should share with every friend, na?
So he is this semi monk.
So अब क्या
कैमरा आपके ऊपर है.
So we are living on 11th. We said 11th को आपका 13 को तो हम पहुंच रहे हैं. No, 13th is starting, so reaching on 12.
So 12th is Saturday, right? So we'll either leave on 11th or 12th.
Or 12th, yeah. And so stay there between 13th and
आपको चाहिए चाय?
and 19th.
Week of 13th, basically from Sunday to next Saturday.
Yeah.
So 13 to 19.
Yeah. And so we most likely stay at a neighboring monastery or in one of the neighboring hotels. Some of us can actually stay at Ratnaman if we want to do that. That's possible as well. Of course, if we stay there, we have to follow that schedule and that routine. And the plan is to meditate through the day there, and on at least some days again, so whenever we are available to give a teaching and so forth. And of course, the existing abbot of Kusi monastery, he meets every day in any case.
He meets every day. We can meet him.
He's there 9 o'clock onwards. He's there every day. He's sitting in the sala. So
He's sitting in the sun.
yeah, he's there between 9 at 9 and at 3 every day. He's there. Unless he's physically not.
Yeah, obviously. So how many monks are there?
There are not many. There are about 12 or so. Which I believe now is the standard for almost most of these forest monasteries. It's about that. Nanachar is the exception. So anybody who wants is most willing to, I think, accompany it. But there's some IIT वालों को भी मैं inform करूँगा.
Message दे. email डाल देना. So अभी कौन लोग हैं online? सिर्फ 2 लोग.
नहीं, Sudhakar, Silesh, Sudhakar's wife, and Kavita.
Then we can send an email. आप इसको भेजते हो ना, उनको एक email भेज दीजिए कि ये dates हैं और this is the मतलब expectation भी ना बने, ताकि जो जवाब है वो भेज जो इनकी mail थी और जवाब तो वो सारे forward कर दो.
Basically, we will start here around 12th, which is Saturday,
नहीं
or 11th. 11th.
Well, possible 13th to next week.
We will start from 11th, and from 13th we will start, which is Sunday, and we will continue till Saturday 19th. And
Sunday morning we'll ठीक है ना?
Sunday morning.
7 full 7 days हो जाएंगे. और total 10 दिन रहेंगे क्योंकि एक दिन जाने का एक दिन आने का.
So, sir, if you consider appropriate, I also request Ajahn Soko himself to perhaps be with us on some days and Ajahn Yana.
Definitely. Yeah, we'll write them. उन सबसे भी कहेंगे और अच्छा रहेगा. ज्ञान जम्मू से
वो तो कुछ आपके मैंने इससे पहले मैंने कोई टॉक सुनी नहीं. But after you,
Things are remarkable.
I keep getting
He's a very nice person.
I had somehow had a proximity to him before I met him. So I had heard his thing. Then so it was a great blessing to have met him there. And वो कई लोगों के साथ वो होता है ना, you have a certain mistake. So he was very kind. The moment I went there, he said, हाँ तुम यहीं रह जाओ, जो आप पूछ रहे थे. And he gave a lot of time. I think there is that wavelength with some.
I don't know. He said, I have seen you. That's interesting. I think we should request them all.
हाँ, I think because of the वो है.
उनसे कहेंगे अजान अशोक उससे लिख देंगे कि आप भी अजान नैन
Yeah.
बीच बीच में आके just share some reflections with us or give advice or whatever.
I think सुबह शाम वाली कोशिश कर लेते हैं. यदि जिन जिन दिन
अजान
सुबह
सुबह
नहीं है उन दिन कम से कम
अगर हम ये ऑप्शन देंगे तो अजान सुबह तो कहेंगे ठीक है मैं आराम करता हूँ. ये एक बात है. वहाँ की जो रिट्रीट है यूएस की उसमें भी ऐसा ही किया उन्होंने.
अच्छा.
दो दिन उनको भेजा. एक दिन अजान अमरों को और एक दिन एक लेडी है उनको कहा.
अच्छा.
That would be good. I think that would be very good.